Lysergic acid dithalidomide, also known as acid, is a potent psychedelic that if taken in high doses, a person will strongly manifest visual and auditory hallucinations. This is coupled with dilated pupils, elevated heart rate, and a strange phenomenon called ego dissolution. This is when your own person, your sense of self, turns into nothing, disintegrates. You are no longer a human, you're no longer yourself, and what's left is the LSD experience. What's left is the trip. Years ago, I bought my third tab from a guy in my hometown in Norwich, UK. It was a strawberry tab, and I was told that it had been double dipped. The guy had a reputation of selling good acid, so I happily gave him my cash. My being in Norwich was just a social visit over a couple of days, and catching up with friends. On the last day there, I decided to drop a tab and use my friend's home as a trip HQ. He knew what I was up to. He had gone to work and left me his keys to make myself comfortable. I took this single LSD tab in the late morning in a positive state of mind with no worries or anxieties. I began to come up on the acid towards lunchtime. It was the first time and the last time I'd ever trip alone. Outside, it was a glorious sunny day, but I was happy enough in my temporary sanctuary to not really think about going outside. After a while, the LSD rush started blazing up my spine and racing through my guts. I felt a little uneasy, but I had enough in mind to allow myself to just go with it and just wait until the rush plateaued. After a while, it calmed down. I decided to sit upstairs in the house and listen to some music on the radio in the sunlit bedroom. I was having a wonderful time watching floral Escher-type patterns breaking over my skin. I enjoyed looking in the mirror, looking at my grinning face, and this distinct mapped contour patterns gently washing over my flesh. It really seemed like a great start. Well, I vaguely recall deciding to go downstairs again for some reason, and the next thing I recall was awakening on the floor of the dining room alone. The first thing I noticed was that there were blowflies buzzing around a bowl of cat food on the kitchen floor, which was in view. I remember feeling perplexed as to why both flies had two bright neon after images in red and blue. I sat up and tried to figure out why I was on the floor in the first place. Now, it's worth pointing out before I take you down this helter-skelter that somehow, because of my blackout, I had completely forgotten that I'd taken anything at all. Prior to tripping, though, I wrote myself a note of reassurance in case things got too weird. So, sitting up on the floor still, I found my note and tried to read it. Alas, because I was on acid, the words made no sense to me. Instead, they morphed like alien glyphs and danced around the piece of paper. It was then my last little link of sanity crumbled, and I heard my voice utter the terrifying words, "I've gone mad."